Okay, hello YouTube. Today's video is about North Carolina. And, um, where to start? So I was born in Ohio, but I grew up in North Carolina. We moved there when I was 10. I lived there for half of my life. I consider it home. I went to UNC, big Tar Heel. Go back, visit my parents, things like that. So, I was born in Ohio, which is one of 3 states where you can't really change your birth certificate. So, Tennessee and Idaho are explicitly against it altogether. Whereas in Ohio, you can actually change your birth certificate if you get an out-of-state court order, which is not necessarily easy to do, but it's possible, apparently. So in order for me to legally pee in a women's restroom in North Carolina, I would have to get a Texas court to order the state of Ohio to change my birth certificate so that next time I go home, want to take my parents out to eat or something like that, I can use the bathroom without having to ask what their policy is. And that's sort of how ridiculous this entire thing is. But then what makes this even sort of more insane is the fact that now Texas is, the Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is making an ass out of himself by turning this into a political issue. So is Greg Abbott. And so then the Obama administration comes out and basically supports the same position that the Department of Justice has taken, that trans women are women, trans girls are girls, trans men are men, trans boys are boys, and can use the facilities that match their gender identity, because getting an updated birth certificate can be particularly difficult, if not impossible for some people. To a lesser extent, this applies also to state identification. But even there, sometimes the threshold to get that ID is quite burdensome for transgender people. And so, the U.S. passport is actually the easiest document to get updated correctly for a trans woman, because all you have to do is have, or a trans man, all you have to do is have a doctor's note that basically says you're transitioning, or you've transitioned. And there's some specific things that have to be included on that note, but once you have that, you can easily get a new passport, which you can use to then work, vote, travel internationally, do pretty much everything you need to do as a U.S. citizen. And so it's kind of stupid, if not just discriminatory, to start segmenting kind of what people can and can't do on the basis of 3 different forms of identification and what they may or may not say, all to attempt to solve a problem that doesn't exist, which is trans people using the bathroom, or trans people, existing in public. We've been here for the last 40, 50, 60 years, 100 years, probably basically as long as there's been society. And, deal with it.